ultimately comes down to is that a majority of the people didn't like the game. They didn't like that it didn't play like MKX. It's either they didn't like the game, didn't play like MKX, and it was crazy, 50-50 neutral, movement is crazy, combo deaths is crazy. Like, it's not all of that. They don't want their game to play like Street Fighter. Or you have a group of players that say, hey, let's nerf everything. This stuff is annoying. I don't like it. Get it out of the game. Get zoning out of the game. Get Cabal's jumping 24/7 out of the game. Get Jackie's leap out of the game. Get all this stuff out of the game, and the game will be perfect. It's either those two groups of people that they prevent the game from being supported longer. That's what it comes down to.
Like, I watched a lot of Aquaman's tournaments, and I saw Gurr down one Jackie's jump all the time.
I'm not talking about balance. I'm just saying that those are the groups of people that don't, like, they just don't want, like, for example, like, I'm down with Sub-Zero losing his forward 2 if he keeps his neutral, but maybe his forward 2 is 12 frames and it's a mid, or like that's a slight nerf on sub. Yeah, I know. So I'm speeding it up so he can still use it and play neutral with it, or make it safe or something. Or I'm down for maybe Sub-Zero losing a 11 frame slide, maybe make it 15 frames and then he still gets to keep the forward 2, or make it 15, 16 frames or something like that. Make it slower.
You want Sub-Zero to keep his 50-50, but maybe he doesn't get his neutral.
Yeah, exactly. I'm down with that. I'm down with Cetrion keeping her tornado.
Forward 2 is,
but I don't want to gut the character like Shiva. I saw what the community did to Shiva. Sorry.
Let me go. Forward 2 is unreactable. Back 3 is obviously it's 13. It's unreactable. But he also doesn't get like a punish. That's an 11 frame slide or something. Like,
yeah,
into something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know what? Well, that's fine, but that turns him into a different character.
Yeah, and that's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you want him to turn into a different character that's good, or do you want him to turn into different characters that's bad? Like, that's the problem. The problem is with that group of people, they just want to nerf they want the character gone. They don't want him picked on the character select screen at all. That's a majority of players that view nerfing. They just don't want it.
I hate playing against Sub-Zero.
Yeah, but again, like, you have to ask yourself.
Just because of forward 2.
But you have to ask yourself, do you want that character to not be picked on the character? Like, you have to put your emotions aside for a second. You have to say, okay, I feel like this character is too powerful, but what can I do to make this character still picked on the character select screen? This is the same reason to why people will say their character's not very strong, because they want their character to be top tier. That's why. They just want their character to be amazing. They don't want to have to go through any type of trials and tribulations with the character. Now, that's why when I say like something like Katana, like, I'm like, okay, well, we can give her one or two things. Like, Katana's not strong right now, but she has options. Maybe there's one thing we could do to make her, upper mid tier. And those things would be like, okay, maybe her fans combo when you jump. Maybe they combo like 20% or something like that, so you have to respect it.
Yeah, we're going to MKX, dude, bro.
No, I'm not going to MK. I'm not going to MKX. I'm just saying, like, those are things. Or maybe make her back 11 frames. Maybe make it 12 frames. I don't know. But what I do know is I don't want...
What is it, like 18 frames or something?
It's 13. But the thing is, the point that I'm trying to make here is that I don't want Katana to be overbuffed to the point to where she's top tier. I understand that's what people do with their character. They either, if they don't like the character, they nerf it to hell. If they do like the character, they want the character to have all of these things. They want Katana to have the back 1 that's 11 frames. They want fans to combo. They want her, what's another good example? They want her back 1-3-1 to have no gap.
Honestly, if I were to buff Katana,
there's a few things they could do. Things I mentioned are really good things that she struggles with that they could do. They could do one or the other, but don't do all of them.
You can't do all of them, though.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. That's my point. My point is players will do that to buff their character. I'll never forget, Shiva's the perfect embodiment of this. This is just the reverse thing with Shiva. They nerfed Shiva to the ground. They did that because the community didn't want to see her. It wasn't about the stomp. People will lie to you and tell you that. They nerfed the fireballs. Yeah, but that's the thing though, is Spoon, they came from multiple things and people didn't give a shit. That's the thing. They nerfed her health, they nerfed her fireballs, they nerfed everything, they nerfed it all, and no one gave a fuck. No one cares that Shiva's not picked anymore. No one cares. Do you hear anyone saying, oh, she was nerfed too heavily? No, the only person saying that is Foxy. No one gives a shit. They wanted her like that. They don't care. That's my main issue with the community. They don't, like, the thing is, I want, equal... Point is, if we keep viewing nerfs and buffs like that, we're never going to have a solid fighting game, in my opinion, because it's literally just emotional responses. Let's say as a fan, right? I didn't mind the stomp getting nerfed. The stomp was annoying. I'm not denying that. But the thing is, what made me mad about it was they didn't give her anything. And I said that. I was like, hey, dude, like, this character's horrible now. That's not fair. Yeah, you could have nerfed the stomp. Maybe give her something else. Maybe make it to where the stomp is just, I don't know.
Fair, like, yeah, like Shiva actually does have like other tools. Though.
Yeah, but she's not, bro. She's like bottom 5, man. She's really bad. And she's bottom 5 because the community wanted her to be. That's why.